So yeah, we're back to Shinjuku, I suppose. But on a serious note, I think don't they have like animal shelters in Japan? Into let's see. Oh, here it is. Use keypad. Huh, it worked. Looks like Kazumi's tip wasn't a lie. Wait, I didn't have to write it down? Oh, what the fuck is... Ugh, what a stench. I know that smell. Anyone who worked homicide long enough knows it. Oh god, the smell of death, my bro. I really don't want to know what that smell is. Oh god. Ew. Oh shit. This is the source of the smell, alright. The body's in pretty bad shape. Whoever did it took the time to mutilate the corpse. Dude, this is some shit you see in forensic files or the first 48. The internal organs have been disturbed, maybe removed. What's this? There's a paper bag with the name Higashi written on it. Did Rina do this? Oh no. Ew. Nothing's changed, just the door. Nothing seems to be here. What's that where's that noise coming from? Nothing to see here. Where's that noise coming from? Oh no. Listen. It sounds like something is trying to escape from the inside. The rattling stopped. Why? What the fuck? This TV doesn't look like it's been used in years. And it's covered by a thick layer of dust. I doubt it's even worse anymore. What's this? Shots of various girls. All of them taken in this room. They don't look like the professional headshots an agency would take. They all look so sad and young. I've gotten a pretty good idea what these pictures were used for, and the types of people they might have been sent to. Rina. So it is Rina. So it's true to think you were kept in a place like this. What happened to you? Huh, something's happening. Huh? Something's happening. You're back early. Yeah. I don't feel well. I think I'll go to bed early tonight. Ruby, don't ignore me. Lately, it's been the same excuses over and over. I don't know what you're talking about. Ruby, my sweet little Ruby. You think because that one saw a kick, you can just stop working? That's the money. That money's all gone, sweetheart. We spent it all trying to get you a record deal. Don't you think it's unfair to eat my food and stay here for free without doing any work? Ruby, hey, stop crying. Stop crying! I'm talking to you! Please, I didn't mean it. I'll do another song. I'll make it up to you. I promise. I just don't want to. That's exactly why I'm setting up these meetings for you. You make the right impression with these guys, and they'll take your places. Speaking of which, I got a little call a little while ago from Masa. You know what he told me? He told me that you were being a little disagreeable with him last night at his place. You know that he's one of our best clients, don't you? The things he can do for girls like you, for you girls is, well, I shouldn't even need to tell you. I sent you to him because he said there was something special about you. In fact, he said out of all the girls here, he particularly wanted to meet you. I did you a big favor by making that happen. Then you repay my generosity by crying and telling me you don't feel well, or whatever excuse you come up with next. I couldn't. He tried to. I don't care what he tried to do. You should have let him. What? When I took you in, you were a vulnerable tiny girl who was failing school, but I saw your potential. I could already tell how pretty you be when you're older. That's all those men care about, how I look. So what? You think I took you in because of how smart you were? You're an idol. You're supposed to be looked at. Most men would fall over themselves to meet a pretty girl like you, but you ruin it for everyone when you sit there crying. What are you doing? I'm sick of looking like an idiot, Ruby. You made me do this. Okay. That was weird. Dude. What the fuck? Where's that noise coming from now? Oh. Oh god. The noise stopped. Damn it, Ruby. I can't stand to see you like this. You're not gonna feel better staying cooped up in here. Listen, I got you that photo lined up tomorrow. The one with Masa. Are you even listening? Don't make me go back. I don't want to get out. Let me stay here. What's wrong with you? Please, please, don't make me. I'm afraid to go. As far as I can tell, you're already afraid. As far as I can tell, you're afraid of it's. As far as I can tell, all you're afraid of is success. I've fallen over myself to make you a star, but you'll never get anywhere if you're locked up. If you lock yourself up away. What? You're not going to what? You're not going to say anything? You can't treat me like this. I gave you a name, your music. I gave you your name, your music, and damn near everything else. Oh, well, you think you're special, right? Let me break it to you, honey. You're not. There's a lot of other girls in this business just like you, and they do what they have to do without complaining about it. They understand how important it is to keep clients happy, and I'm sorry, it's not all butterflies and flowers. But you're not some naive little girl anymore. You're a woman now. Hey, Herb to Ruby. I'm trying to give you some advice here, and you're not listening. Rena. My name is Rena. What? What you say? Rena? Who's that? Oh yeah, that was the name of some pathetic little foster girl I picked up. You want to go back to being her? Just say the word, and I'll throw you out there myself. If you think you've got it bad now, let's count the seconds between you hitting those streets and ending up back in foster care or dead in some gutter. Not so talkative now, are we, Rena? Or is it Ruby, the girl who was successful? The girl who could make it if she would just do what she was told? I'm sorry. I lost my temper, but you got to see things my way. You were special, you know that. I see so much potential in you. Such a beautiful young girl. I wanted to raise you up and show you what life could be. Then you reject me and everything I can offer you? It's a damn shame. Oh fuck, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to do that. Look, I get it. You're a teenager. And you want to cry it out, right? Fine. But when you're done with that, you're going back out there. You think I want to sink you to all these little meetings with Masa and guys like him? I'd rather you be successful, so we didn't do that. I'm on your side. If you'd work harder, you wouldn't have to do things like that. Stop crying. You're not a child anymore. I just want to go home. I just want to go home. Home. Where do you think you are? You are home. This is as good as it's going to get for a girl like you. Tomorrow, you're going to go with Masa and do whatever he tells you to do. You'll stop this crying and you'll start making money. Maybe it was a mistake to think you'll end up being special. Turns out you're just another disappointment, another whore. Oh wow. What the fuck, dude? There's something lying in the mattress. It's a newspaper article dated October 24, 2004. The article's title is One Hit Wonder Ruby Commits Suicide. That can't be. That was over 10 years ago. Her real name was wheeled from the press, but her picture is there. Oh shit. Oh fuck. Oh shit, man. Holy shit, man. Yo, this is some sick shit, bro. So, now what? You know what's so sad? Shit like that kind of happens with majority of the celebrities. Oh, I feel sick. That monster. How many girls did Hakushi pass around and abuse before she murdered him? And Rina, she looked the same as she did now, 16 years old, a child. Hagashi had her locked up and she tried to take back control the only way she thought she could, except she came back, and all that pain and suffering came back with her. When I was in that room, I couldn't feel it like it was my own. And it's not the first time I felt it. The dark room I the dark room was steeped in it. As soon as I realized it, it was like the air changed. I can sense a pulse now, like a heartbeat following me, but it's not enough. The mask could help me find the door, and I could feel the dark, but the path still isn't open to me. What am I missing? My gut tells me it has to do with the Kamikai, and the only one alive who knows about it is the Okawana woman. She has to tell me what happened. Kawana. Oh shit. Why did the music get all sad and depressing again? Oh damn. Shit, man. I really don't know what to say, honestly. So we have to go to Kamakura. Okay. Wait a minute. Oh shit. Oh. I guess we have to see the grandma. You. 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 I told you to stay away from my family. Look, man. Don't drag my grandchild into this anymore than you already have. Stay back. I have questions about the Kamikai, the group your daughter and son-in-law were part of. You're the only one alive who'd remember. Kamikai. I don't know anything about it. Leave me alone. Grandma, enough. Listen to yourself. Do you even realize you're lying anymore? That's what narcissists... That's, I would say she's a narcissist, but that's not even remotely what I'm going to say. Takashi told us everything. And you, Aito, just because this investigation is important to you doesn't give you the right to barge in here. Your grandma and I need to talk. If it upsets you, maybe you should go. No, I'm not going anywhere. This is the house I grew up in. It's as much as mine as it is grandma's. If you have something to say, you can say it in front of me. Just a little while ago, I found out my parents died in some cult and no one even knows why. You think hearing that was easy for me? I want to help you, Aito. But all the lies, all the deceit... I want to help you, Aito. But all the deceit and lies are starting to hurt people. What I'm chasing is so much worse. Tell that to that poor man in the station. He's in the hospital now, terrified of his wits. Shit. Oh yeah, the dude we punched in the face. Oh fuck. I remember that shit now. I mean, it's not funny, but I remember that. God damn, bro. But what choice did I have? People aren't here. People aren't here to be used for information and then thrown away while you move on. They have lives too. Damn. I kind of agree with her. And bringing up the past can hurt. Surely you of all people understand that. I do, but ignoring the past won't make it go away. And there's unfinished business. There's unfinished business from the Kamikai that needs to be taken care of. But what's left to talk about? Everyone's dead, right? I promise to talk to you about this later. For now, let me and the detective talk. Go on. You were cooking dinner, weren't you? All right. We'll talk about it. But I'll be in the other room if you need me. So, you found me out. Now that Mai knows, I suppose there's no point in keeping it a secret any longer. The truth is, my daughter would have joined the Kamikai if it weren't for me. I convinced her and her husband to join. I was already a member. So you basically caused their deaths. At the time I joined, my husband had left me and I lost my job. Damn. Suddenly leaving me a single unemployed mother who could barely support her daughter. Damn. That's when Tokimasa found me and told me the society that stigmatized and shunned me was a fiction, a great machine to be fought, and that my very soul was at stake. Of course, he used me as as did everyone else. Of course, he used me as he did everyone else. I desperately wanted to hear that my struggles weren't my fault. The kamikaze stole everything from me. My youth, my mind, then my child. And then one day in 1996, they all died. The cause of death was buried, and no autopsies were performed. Or if they were hidden. Why? That's simple. The government didn't care about some dead cultists in the woods and covered it up, so the papers wouldn't sensationalize their deaths. That's it? After everything I found, you expect me to believe that? Oh shit, I keep pressing X. You want to know what happened so badly? Fine, I'll tell you. They died for nothing. The following footsteps of a madman who believed life was an illusion. As words of other compounds and groups being raided spread, Takamasa began warning us that the end was near. He believed the world was collapsing and it was time for him and his followers to abandon the flesh and find purity among the gods. My Imako, she didn't die from some conspiracy. She chose death. Because she no longer lived. She no longer had an anchor to reality. And it was my fault. Beyond that, I don't know what happened to them. Now, you do know something. In the reports, it says that the officers cleared the bodies. They found the mask, the same mask you handed to me 6 months ago. That's... Tokamasa always kept it to himself, saying it granted him sight into the realm of the kami. I needed it. You don't understand. It allowed us to see strange things and people who were gone. The guru was a fool, a fake, but the mask was real. There was a rumor that the cult members were killed by one of their own. Surely you didn't. No, you don't understand. I would never kill my own child. I didn't take the mask. It was given to me. Well, you didn't kill her, but you caused her death. One day, a man, some journalist or such, showed up at my door, carrying the mask. I couldn't believe it. I begged him for it. He stood there, smiling at me. His eyes were like none I've ever seen. It was strange. All he wanted in exchange for the mask was a picture of Imiko. So you gave him the picture? When I joined the cult, I was forced to give up my possessions. And only had one left. I gave it to him nevertheless. Why? Damn, my mouth is dry. My throat is dry from reading all this shit. I thought if I had the mask, I could find her. That maybe she would forgive me. God damn it. Wrong pipe. As soon as I had it in my hands, my mind opened. I could hear her voice. So you went into the sewers chasing after her, thinking you could save her. Takashi told you that as well, didn't he? Yes, it's true. Imako was crying out to me, begging me to find her and free her from a dark place. I would have given anything to hold her in my arms again and plead for her forgiveness. I don't care if you believe me or not. Just like Kazuki was calling out to me, I do believe you. We're probably some of the few people left alive who knew who know what this mask is capable of. If you really thought it helped you find her, then why did you give it to me? Because I was wrong. At first, I only followed whispers. Then I found myself in a strange labyrinth, chasing after her shade. The days bled together. I lost track of my grandchildren, of the shrine. It was an illusion. No matter how hard I tried, I never found her. I only became more and more disconnected from the world around me. I descended into madness. I was being used again, just as Takamasa had used me so many years before. I tried getting rid of it, throwing it away, burning it. None of it worked. It always came back. And when I did, the visions and whispers only got worse. So I put it out of my mind and tried as best as I could to live a life full of solitude and ignored the screams of my daughter. Then you came, and when you did, the mask was screaming out in voices I'd never heard before. I thought it was a sign, so I gave it to you. I didn't have the time to breathe a sigh or relief before I had heard a gunshot ring out. No one else ran, but I think I was the only one who knew that sound for what it was. I thought the mask was punishing me once again by taking Mai away from me. Instead, it had passed tragedy to another. I'm sorry. Perhaps the knowledge of the mask should die with us. There is one other person who knows about the mask. A girl named Rina. Does that name mean anything to you? No. I don't know anyone by that name. Do you expect me to know everyone who's been touched by the mask? No. But you were involved with a group that worshipped it. Are you sure you're telling me everything? Yes. What good will accusing an old woman do? Unless you're chasing someone too. That must be it. Mai told me you lost someone, your partner, in the police. Is that right? If I'm right, then I suggest you stop your search. If I'm right, then I suggest you stop your search. The place I was shown by the mask was not meant for the living. I barely escaped with my life. Stop while your mind and body remain intact. What if I told you there was another option? What other option? In the months since I met you, I have time to examine the ancient texts in this shrine, and the mask got further away. It loosened its grip on my mind. I knew it would someday make its way back to me, so I became determined to find a way to protect myself and my grandchildren away from its influence. The darkness of the Kamenkai and the ritual object are but manipulations used to sever our connection with what is truly divine. The mask breeds darkness. Dark forces can invade all manner of living and non-living things, driving them to violence or death. That which is evil cannot be used or tolerated. It must be destroyed. It's the only way to save us from its grip. Destroy the mask? I thought you said it couldn't be done. Not physically. Grandma, is everything alright? I overheard you talking about the mask again. Yes, dear, but you needn't worry. In fact, it's good you're here as this talk involves you. Mai, you've trained in exorcisms and purification rituals for quite some time, haven't you? Such a ritual could purify the mask and turn it into a mere piece of wood, given we gather the right materials, of course. I can tell you, From the look, I can tell from the look on your eyes, that you think me of senile, but I'm quite serious. Even modern rituals have ancient roots, and with enough conviction, they are still capable of great power. Before, I was content to die as long as the mask didn't hurt my children. I was too feeble to do what was necessary myself. But now seeing you here, I see a second chance to do what is right. If you truly do know what the mask is, then you must help me destroy it. Slow down. I didn't come here to be involved in a ritual or exorcism or whatever you call it. I only want the truth about Kamikai, which you still haven't given me. You're a stubborn one, aren't you? So be it. I can see there's only way to change your mind. The only trace of what happened that day would be at the Kamikai compound itself. The records of its location are lost and weren't made public, but I know where it is. What's the catch? Go there, search for your truth, see what worshipping the mask has wrought. When you return, you'll help me destroy it. Whatever makes you so confident. What makes you so confident I'll change my mind? I went back once, years ago. In all honesty, I'm not sure why, but perhaps to remind myself of my sins. What I saw and felt in that place was tainted by darkness and death. Those two things are all the mask will bring you. There is something else, and there is something else. I had a feeling you'd say that. The heavy, unnatural air I felt when I returned to the compound. It had the same stench, the same quality of the tunnels while I searched for Emiko. Sounds like a superstition to me. So what exactly is it you want in exchange for the information? I believe the energies of the mask and the place are linked. I want you to bring something back from there. Anything. It might help the ritual. Looking for truth will not bring you peace, detective. Purifying the mask very well might. Remember that. The compound is in the forest of Aokigahara. The suicide forest? Aokigahara. Hey, that's the suicide forest. Oh, suicide forest. What a dreadful name. Though I suppose the woods have seen their share of tragedy and death. So I have to go to the suicide forest to find that special thing. Aito, you can't just go changing in there. Aito, you can't just go charging in there. It's dangerous. What if you get lost? GPS doesn't work in there. I heard compasses won't point north. Not only that, but a lot of people go there to die. I don't think you should go. Yeah, considering our mental considering our sanity is about damn near. Yeah, considering our sanity is about to hit the shit. Yeah, considering how our sanity is damn near lost. I don't know. You two keep talking about the mask, that mask, like it's some evil spirit causing you pain, but I think the pain you're feeling isn't caused by the mask. It's just you. So many nights after that girl died in the shrine, I had nightmares. Every corner I went around, I thought I'd see her there. It wasn't a ritual or a charm that made me feel better, though. I just stopped listening to the fear. I confronted it. When you took me to see Takashi, that was the first time I felt Kamakura since April. It's embarrassing to admit it, but I was scared. And yeah, Takashi telling me all that stuff about mom and dad was scary, but it was the truth. I wasn't hiding from some demon I'd invented myself. Anyway, You might not listen to me, but I don't think you should put yourself in danger just so you can keep chasing your demons. Maybe you're right, but some demons have a way of spreading to others. Seeing the Kamikai compound is something I have to do. Well, it's your choice, but Aokigahara is huge. How are you going to find one compound? Mai has a good point. It's been a long time. Mai makes a good point. It's been a long time. Are you sure you remember where it is? Of course I do. I know what you two must think of me, but I'm not senile. It's a hike away from the bus stop, on the outskirts of Narusawa. We used to go there. We used to go into town occasionally for supplies. Several miles from the bus stop. My bad. There's a clearing in the path and a path there, used time to time by the Forest Service. I'll draw you a map before you leave. It continues for quite some time, and eventually it will be blocked off. Keep going forward and don't turn back or leave the path. The forest can play tricks on you. Oh yeah. Supposing the path is still there, it seems incredible to me that the compound would have been left alone all these years. It still stands, after all. Why would they bother to go and dismantle it? Go search for whatever truth you think you will find, but be careful, detective. Do what must be done, then leave. Staying there is dangerous. I hope that once you enter that place and feel the energy I did, you'll have the sense to see what I never could. You understand, don't you? That mask must be purified. Tanaka comes first. I understand. Good. I'll begin the preparations for the ceremony regardless. Mai, see her out. She's never said anything like that to me before. You must have really scared her. Listen, I'll help with this ritual because I think it'll help Grandma get better. But don't get yourself killed. I know in your eyes I'm probably just a kid, but I know much it hurts to want the truth. Takashi obsessed over the past, and I was miserable not knowing. Grandma almost went insane on top of that. Grandma said it herself, you're still young. You should forget about this. You should forget about all this and start over. And you might not want to hear this, but listening to you talk about masks and spirits, well, you sounded like that girl at the shrine. It scares me, and it should scare you too. Take care of yourself, Aito. Oh, damn. I'll be right back.